Well, the times, they are a-changin', and folks, we got some people on this show who may or may not owe me $100s of dollars. Folks, welcome to the TrashRats election finale coverage. I'm joined as always by Rusty Cage and Reactor.
What's up? Yeah, it looks like this is a time for unity and coming together. And so I think that we should maybe set aside all our little petty bets that, kind of created a rift between us and come together as one.
Yeah. And I just want to say I was wrong to think that the United States wouldn't elect a Satanist pedophile as the president. and
alleged.
You were right.
I'm glad you could admit your mistakes, and hopefully you will have the monetary wherewithal to admit to it as well. And we are also joined by a special guest. I thought, hey, it's too much of a circle jerk on this show. It's three white guys in America who all have the same opinion. Oh, you pass as white. That's what white is in this day.
Sense.
But I thought, hey, let's get. What is the perspective of our friends over in the European Union? So no Great Britain included.
Yeah.
Let's see what Florian Himsl from Austria thinks of all this.
Yeah, are Europeans
American
happy?
Politicking?
Are
you guys excited?
A Satanist pedophile runs the United States now?
No, actually, that happened in 2016, and it's finally over.
Oh, yeah?
Praise
Really?
be. Yeah, man, we finally got rid of him. I mean, I guess you kind of... Well, I mean, you specifically didn't help, but...
Yeah,
I guess
the American people actually had no choice in it. So,
Florian, you think that Trump was a satanic pedophile?
Yes.
Really?
I mean, the Epstein connection is pretty clear, and if you, I don't know.
The Epstein connection is 100 times more clear with the people who are currently in the White House.
I mean, does Joe Biden have a photo with Epstein?
Yeah, did he say he likes him young, like Joe Epstein? Is that what he said?
Who? Biden?
Trump said that.
Trump said something? Do you want to see what Biden does?
Well, Rusty, let's get your opinion on this. Who's a bigger pedo, Trump or Biden?
All right, so, I'm going to say that this is just an example of one pedophile leaves the White House and another one enters it.
It's a time-honored tradition.
Right. And this whole thing of Trump's innocent. Oh, I didn't know Epstein was doing this, doing that. You don't hang out with a billionaire who has a massive pedophile ring that goes around the world and not know anything about it.
Yeah, but you do go to parties with pedophiles and not know anything about it.
I don't go to parties with pedophiles.
Are you 100% positive you've never been in the presence of a pedophile?
Not to a point where they're taking photos of us hanging out together and
what? How do you know?
Everyone fucking knew he was a pedophile.
He specifically said he likes him young. What more do you want? Trump said he likes him young, like Epstein, before it came out.
You guys are all confused.
I think you're the confused one, okay?
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see when.
Soon.
What's planned? What's the next Q drop? Yeah, damn.
Yeah. I'm dying to know.
Well, Pompeo said pain is coming today. That's
for you.
Who cares what Pompeo says?
Right.
So, who is Pompeo to you? Like, why does what he has to say
matter?
Secretary
of State, because.
But who cares?
Because.
What does he know that everybody else doesn't know?
He knows state secrets that everyone else doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. None of this sounds like any of this is.
Do you guys wait?
So
think about this. Do you think? Because we do know that the election was fraudulent, allegedly.
Well, you say that.
Do you really
don't think
Trump
so,
would walk out of the office and let the people who were trying to stage a coup for the last 5 years, or 4, because he was in office for 4, do you think he would really be like, oh, you guys got me. Okay, here's the White House, and walk away? Because that's what he just did.
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah, okay.
And then he left the White
so
House.
Imagine this. Imagine I get the bank to give me the deed to your house, and I walk up to your house and say, legally, this house is mine. Get out. Rusty, would you say, damn it, you got the deed. Here's the house. Goodbye, everyone. Or would you be like, what the fuck?
Well,
okay, I'm going to booby trap my house. I'm going to put fucking black mold in all the walls. I'll let that motherfucker have this
the
house.
White House.
Yeah,
own the White
but he
House.
won the
He's just
election
in it.
and he walked away.
He owns it the same way that Nancy Pelosi owns her desk. Like Reactor can just walk in and take a piss on it. It doesn't matter.
No, I'm not saying he owns the White House. I'm saying he has a legal right to the office.
What is Florian trying to say?
What the hell is your problem, Reactor? What is this whole thing? Trump won the election. What are you talking about? Surely nobody would vote for Trump. Everything Trump says is a lie. He tried to do a coup.
Wait. So so everything Trump says is a lie, and Trump tried to do a coup, right?
Well,
right?
so.
And do you want to bet money on that? If it's ever
Reactor's
found
trying
out,
to make some money off of this shit.
I mean, might as well. If it's ever found out,
he's already. When you flew
days,
out to vote, so what? You're like negative $800 from this election so far. Yeah, but then you have to pay me $200. That's doubling it up.
Does he still have money? Is he gonna be good for this? In his trailer park, is there still like some kind of money?
Gentleman's
to be made?
bet, okay? Because
Reactor lives in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, if you pay attention to look at all the executive orders Biden's signing as soon as possible, you know. Like
he promised to do it all on day one.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to do that like in January of last year.
Of course, he has to reverse all the disastrous decisions that Trump has made.
If Biden is in office for, I mean, like a long time, I mean,
8 years,
a week, that'll be way too long. So, because I believe that Trump left a metaphorical time trigger in the White House.
What?
When he left the White House. I don't want to say the B word.
What? Jesus.
Yeah, time bitch.
That's crazy.
She's a time traveling woman.
I think I see what you're saying.
Well, you can't possibly think that he left a time bitch there that would just blow everyone right when he's out. That doesn't make any sense. What?
Reactor, if you want to come up with like a crazy conspiracy, I think we can come up with something that is at least realistic if we want to talk about military coups and who's really in control and all that.
So, like a couple weeks ago...
Well, I had an example of one. If you don't want to talk about Trump the entire time, I mean, if you think about it, who benefited most from George Floyd's death? Who benefited most?
Biden.
No, not Biden.
Really?
Not Biden.
How come Antifa?
Biden was going for his VP pick. Biden was going to pick that little white bitch from Minnesota who kind of talks like me a little bit. But then after the BLM rises up, the George Floyd murder, suddenly, what's the best political message? What am I going to put out there? Let's choose Kamala Harris,
she was already planned.
Progressive person.
She was actually planned to be the president by George Soros in 2017 conference.
Yeah, that's part of the plan. That's why George Floyd was killed by that white cop, so she could be VP. They latch her onto Biden, who's just a sheep in all this because he's going to be dead within a year, and then she's president without actually having to run.
Yes. And it's actually really
that's
obvious,
a better
but
conspiracy
it sounds so
than
crazy.
Trump planted a fucking bomb.
No. I wasn't saying he literally did. I'm saying, do you really think he walked out of the White House and said, "All right, you beat me"?
Because he lost. He fucking lost.
I want Reactor to really play this through. What are you saying? What do you think Trump?
I'm saying if you look at the evidence, you will have no doubt that the election was rigged. I have all the evidence saved. There's videos, there's files, there's documents, there's sworn affidavits. There's too much evidence.
So
but
just say that that's true.
The problem right now with our country is that we're ruled by these elite people, and they convince us that it's an accident that the world is in turmoil, when in reality, they want it that way.
Right.
It sounds crazy to think that people would actually want to torture humanity, but these people actually do.
I 100% agree with you on that. I think that whenever the world is in turmoil and perpetual strife is something that is easier to control than everyone being prosperous and living on their own and doing great.
It actually gets a lot crazier. I'm not religious at all. I don't believe Christianity is a real thing, that God is this guy and blah, blah, blah. But looking at what's actually happening and knowing that these people, like, Christianity might not be real, And Satanism might not be real. Satan isn't real, but Satanism is real is what I mean. Satan might not be real, but Satanism is. There are people who worship Satan. Right?
Or something like that. You're talking about they all have a single unified
like the
sort
occult.
of like it's an occult
secret
thing
society
that they're all
shit.
a part of. Sure,
Well, it's not really
tend to
that
think
big of
that
a
lot these
secret.
people are part of that.
They have a satanic Bible, and I've read through like some of the commandments, and I would say a practicing Satanist probably has better ethics and morals than most of us.
I used to think that too.
No, you're talking about LaVeyan Satanism, Anton LaVey's Satanism from the 60s, and I don't think that's the
Where
same
it's like
type
you
of-
What's the
worship
difference?
self, right?
Yeah, that was just LaVeyan Satanism is just about like fucking doing drugs and like fucking whoever you want, and then like there's a couple of like really generic be good to other people type of messages sprinkled in, but for the most part it's just a corny 60s religion because he wanted to be.
So what kind of Satanism is Reactor referring to?
He's talking about Satanism where there's like an actual like he's talking about like Moloch,
like did you notice how many times the Capitol being raided, the politicians like Pelosi and others, or even at the inauguration, they referred to it as their temple? There's a reason for that. No, I'm not even joking.
No,
they say these things so obviously, and people are conditioned to not listen.
To drive you fucking nuts.
Let me try to clear this up a little bit. This is exactly what Epstein did. This is just a different form of it. What they do is they're all under the same cabal where you are kind of you're forced to do things like have sex with a child, whether it's knowingly or unknowingly, and you're filmed doing it. Then they have evidence against you, and they can essentially make you do whatever you want. It's like with Scientology, how you're essentially admitting to all this shit, and then Scientology says you can't ever leave, or else we're gonna reveal it.
We're gonna dox
so
you. Yeah.
that's the same type of a cult. Now, whether they actually worship some sort of demonic entity, who knows? But that's the religion.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's a part of it, and they try to get all politicians involved with it, doing heinous, horrifically illegal things that if they it would ruin their career if it ever came out, and so they end up playing ball with whatever the leaders or orchestrators want.
You want to know an obvious clue that something is wrong? Pizzagate is a conspiracy theory, right? It's madness. It's nonsense. No one should listen to it, right?
If you say so.
But the main aspect of the whole Pizzagate conspiracy theory is that human trafficking is real. That's it. That's the bottom line of this Pizzagate thing.
And that there's coded messages that mask dealings with child sex slavery.
That they have emails where they don't specifically say, "Hey, let's rape kids today." They say, "Hey, let's have pizza today." Like,
we're still
which is not
doing
too
this?
crazy.
You're still doing Pizzagate after Epstein?
No, stop. Shut up. The point is, human trafficking is real. And if you want to argue with me that it's a conspiracy theory, you're going to be wrong, and I'll argue with you.
Pizzagate is a conspiracy theory. Everybody knows human trafficking is real. That's such a weird goalpost to have.
Yeah, everyone knows it's Epstein, and he did it, and they all did it.
Do you even know what Pizzagate is, or what these people are actually saying?
You don't even. Why even call it Pizzagate? Say, hey, there's this thing called human
trafficking.
trafficking.
It shouldn't be taboo.
It's not taboo. There's a fucking John Oliver episode about it. What's taboo about it?
Maybe the word Pizzagate has been demonized on purpose so that people think, oh, human trafficking is a conspiracy. Don't even listen to anyone.
No, they think that specific conspiracy at that pizza place is a fucking
conspiracy.
Joke. Ping pong pizza? That's why it's called Pizzagate.
The whole point is that human trafficking is real. That's the conspiracy theory.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Because people who can have the cognitive dissonance of, okay, Pizzagate is bullshit, but human trafficking is real, and you think that's an issue?
Reactor, what is the point you're making about Pizzagate? So obviously Pizzagate is a stand-in for the actual thing.
The entire language of humanity has been corrupted in a way to stop people from talking about the things that the elites don't want you talking about.
I see. Okay, I think this is what you're saying. You're saying whenever you talk about Pizzagate, everyone's like, "Oh, crazy conspiracy." But when people are actually talking about Pizzagate, they're not talking about specifically that one pizza restaurant.
They're worshiping demons in the basement and cutting off kids' heads.
Yeah, they're talking about the coded messages between elites whenever they're
who are
trading
human
children
trafficking
and sex slaves and whatnot. Like that's essentially. Pizzagate's just the term it's easy. Everyone, you say
the
Pizzagate,
media
you know
gave
roughly
it
what you're talking about.
so they could.
Or you can just use like the dictionary definition that everybody knows. Which is child sex trafficking.
Child sex trafficking doesn't really incorporate businesses and elites and people in politics and
what was up with
all of that.
Did you guys see those CYM documents?
No.
They could be fake. I have no idea. They look real as fuck, but there are these documents that show a list of names, and it says the age, and these kids are between 6 and 12, and it says blood type, and it says adrenochrome, and it says...
oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, okay. You hear the word adrenochrome and you think crazy, but what the fuck is it on this
sounds pretty
document?
crazy. Well, why do you have all this vague bullshit into some random documents with no corroboration? Yeah, okay, great. Let's just worry about all that. Why don't we worry about the real issues, huh?
Yeah, someone found a pile of documents that makes you think that a bunch of kids are being held prisoner in chemical depots. That's crazy. Let's not look into it, right?
Well,
forget
what's
about
the
it.
evidence?
Don't look into it.
What about innocent
These
until
fucking
proven
documents
guilty?
are
Why
evidence.
do
What do
you
you
just
mean?
take this shit at face value? Why?
What?
Florian,
Why
do you
do I
think that
take-
just because Epstein's dead, that everyone involved in orchestrating this they all just stopped doing that? Like, it's still happening, and the fact that we know that it is happening or it did happen, you say talk about the real issues. I think the real issue is that we know that there's a ton of politicians around the world, including in America, and they're involved in pedophilia and child sex trafficking.
Yeah, it's for sure still going on, but Pizzagate isn't the way to find out about it. Reactor said himself, Pizzagate is as basic as saying that it exists. Yeah, you don't have any evidence though. It's just like conspiracy
you don't have
nonsense.
by saying you don't have evidence. When I just linked documents, prove these are wrong. Yeah, that's a horrible situation.
Yeah,
to be
but
in,
you
'cause can't really
introduced the
prove they're
document
right.
saying I can't prove that they're right. Why would I need to prove they're wrong? The burden is on you at that point.
Listen, if a few years back, whenever people would say that all these politicians are involved in a child sex cabal with weird cult shit on islands, you would say that is fucking nuts. Now that it's been proven to happen, I say all this stuff is worth looking into at least a little bit, and not just to brush it off as it's conspiracy or this is all fake bullshit. It's worth looking into and at least keeping it in your mind, because who the fuck knows what is actually happening?
Well, I think we should just leave it to the cops. I mean, what is just this nonsense gonna lead to? Just leaking some random documents on the internet? Is that gonna lead to convictions? Just like a pile of all the politicians that you don't like, and they're guilty of everything. Okay.
Okay, so when you look at documents that give you the impression that children are being held prisoner and being harvested, it even says disposal date when they become 12 years old on this document.
Oh wow, is that when they're too old? Damn, this is so sinister. Wow, it's all terrible.
The theory, I don't actually know.
And the
truth.
blood, they're always harvesting the blood because they're vampires.
Yeah.
Oh my god, adrenochrome. It makes so much sense. Yes, I mean the fact that it has adrenochrome in it just makes sense. I mean, how are they gonna live forever if they can't take children's blood? It's so true.
Yeah,
what is
the idea?
Adrenochrome? I'm stupid.
The idea is adrenochrome. I don't even know why they want it. I know
It's a meme.
No. I know people have done it. You can buy it. You can buy it online. It's completely legal in the United States.
Yeah, because it's fake.
Yeah, so I've read stories about people who took it, and they said that it gave them a slight euphoria, but it was stupid. So I don't really understand why they would take it. But the idea is
why do you get it from children?
Because when you torture a child who's between 6 and 12 years old,
you have to torture as well.
Yes,
damn.
Yeah,
the
adrenaline goes throughout their body, and if you
God.
drain some of their blood while the adrenaline is in their blood, you get adrenochrome, and you can harvest it from the blood.
Man, that's so stupid. You really think that there's people out there that are torturing kids just so they can harvest their blood? Like actual vampires? Is this it? Are you just Alex Jones Part 2?
See,
People have been
you're telling me I'm
torturing children
crazy.
and harvesting
I know.
their
What the
blood
fuck?
for all of humanity.
Yeah, and
happens
you
in
think it's
cultures
crazy.
all
You've been
the fucking
convinced
time.
to ignore anyone who tries telling you that it's being done.
Yeah,
you don't
if they
care
say
that children might
if they
be
talk
tortured.
about adrenochrome, yeah. Why on earth would you want the blood of the children? You really think it
I don't
has
know
some
why they
magical
do it.
properties? You really think they're going to be
doesn't matter.
vampires?
It doesn't
allows
matter
them to
why you
walk in
torture
the
children.
daylight, is it?
Yeah, people have done that in the past. They've thought that exact same crazy thing and tortured children and drained their blood.
It's a cult. These people aren't sane. They believe in Satan. They think Satan's real or some shit, and they do rituals.
Well,
like,
good
you
thing
really
you're
think...
the only sane one who can point out all this horrible shit. Man, it's really good that you're here.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish you would have brought this stuff up before Trump lost. That would have been really interesting.
No,
like, I don't know, a month ago.
No.
It's only when Trump loses and you need something new to talk about. Let's pull out the
idea
adrenochrome
is,
conspiracy.
if Trump was in office when the massive leak came out, when all the evidence came out, the media would have just painted it as a frame job. Trump's just trying to make us look bad. Now Trump left and said, fine, I don't want the seat. You can have it. Here you go, President Biden. Then when the evidence comes out, it's going to be even worse.
Dude, all this shit you just said, I heard about over a year ago. That was when Trump was in office. What are you talking about? None of this shit's new.
Okay.
Yeah, we need
Trump
to
was in office. What were you just saying?
We're going to talk about Trump, man. Trump's the real issue, doing a coup and everything. Maybe he's going to get arrested for his coup. Maybe not. He's going to go to prison.
You actually believe Trump did a coup?
He's going to write a book called My Trump, and then he's going to come back in 10 years. He's going to come out of prison. He's going to be a cyborg. He's going to take over America again. 1,000 years of Trump fascism. And you here worrying about vampires stealing blood from children, wasting your time. You think that wasn't a real coup? It was so obviously a coup. He said, we're going to go to Washington. We're going to go to this specific street. Very nice street, by the way.
He said
enormous.
He said we're going to go to the Capitol and cheer for the brave politicians.
No, he said we're going to fight like hell. We're going to not take this. Yeah, he said fight like hell for sure.
He said we're going to go cheer on. We're going to fight to make sure that we're
fight
heard.
like hell. No, we're going to go there. We're going to fight like hell. We're not going to take no for an answer.
He said we're going to go there and we're going to cheer on our brave politicians. Not all of them. But most of them. That's what he said.
Especially not all of them. Only very few
Reactor,
of them.
he said more than one sentence. I mean, Florian is correct, but just because Trump says several things that contradict each other doesn't mean you can cherry pick the one you like.
You're just the words are being twisted to interpret whatever you want it to mean. Trump
I feel like that's what you're doing in the exact opposite way. You're taking the slightest thing and you're like, oh no, he's actually the hero in everything he says.
No. So you have to interpret everyone's words no matter what. But knowing what they actually mean is important.
It's just a coincidence that you always interpret his words the way that you pre-established in your mind. It's just a coincidence.
Do you think when he said we're gonna fight, we're gonna go to Capitol Hill and cheer for the politicians, do you think he was saying we're gonna go and terrorize them and try killing them?
We're gonna go cheer for the politicians who want to help keep me in the office.
Hell is a very common slang here. I mean, people do talk like that all the time.
Attack.
I don't know. That sounds like fighting words to me, but it doesn't matter, okay? What matters is that he had a rally. He said we're going to go there. They went there. They stormed the Capitol.
All right, okay.
It's treason. Treason happened. He made it happen. He's talking shit nonstop, okay? He's talking, the election was stolen. Right. Nobody voted for Trump. Not a single person, okay? And he says
wait, you said no one voted for Trump?
Not a single person. Not even you.
You don't even know what's happening.
You're so stupid. You pressed the wrong button. You actually voted for Biden, okay?
Okay, so how about this? I'll agree with you right now. But if it turns out you're wrong, you admit that you're brainwashed and have no clue of anything that's actually happening in reality.
Yeah, man, I'm so brainwashed, man. I'm in the church of Biden. We gotta get rid of Trump. Trump is the problem. Don't you get it?
Yeah.
So what is supposed to happen, and what is this bet based on? You say if someone's wrong.
I'm just saying. No, it's not really a bet. I'm just saying. I mean, it's going to be funny as hell listening to Florian what he's saying now.
Yeah. It's going to be real funny. The 1,000 years of Trump.
No. Hey, quiet. I want to hear what Reactor's stakes are. When will what Florian is saying be funny? What will have to happen?
When it's proven that Biden rigged the election and is a satanic pedophile.
Okay, I agree.
No. How many votes?
Will be very fucking funny. I agree.
How many votes does he have to have rigged?
A nut job, but I'm not afraid of saying what I actually believe to be true.
How many votes does he actually have to have rigged? If it's like one vote, you can say one vote.
I think Biden got maybe 65 to 69 million, and Trump got maybe 8 million.
How many millions did he steal?
Or 80 million.
He got 8 million. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, 65 to 69 million, and Trump got around 80 million.
How many did he steal?
Who? Biden?
It'd be like 16,000 extra votes.
They took a lot.
Wait,
they took a lot
million
from,
or
16 million. I mean,
they flipped a lot of Trump's votes into Biden's
16,000 16 million. The least popular president in U.S. history. And he had a landslide victory, and it was stolen from him.
Dude,
oh my God, such a
tragedy. Okay, I'm just trying to explain to you that the entire world is a matrix and nobody actually understands what's actually going on.
You're driving Florian crazy.
Hey, I was already crazy. Okay,
do you really think
I worship Biden
the wealthy people in the world? Do you think you know the name of the wealthiest person in the world?
I don't even know the official name of the wealthiest person in the world.
Supposedly, it's
I thought it was Elon Musk.
The Walton family from Walmart. Supposedly, or no, it's just what is it? Elon Musk now. Supposedly.
Yeah.
But I guarantee Elon Musk knows he's not the richest man in the world.
I mean, it's pretty arbitrary anyway. Stocks go up and down constantly. He's got all the money in his own company. If he sells all that money, he's going to be poor because the company's going to... The value of the stock's going to be zero. So he doesn't effectively have all that money.
Did you know the elites have their own currency and that U.S. dollars and
is it adrenochrome?
Isn't real for them?
Is it child blood?
No, it's the gold bars from the John Wick movies.
I mean, what's crazy is it's basically the idea that if you break into someone's house dressed like a clown and then and your gun is covered in like clown images and you say crazy shit like, you know, I don't care if the judge thinks I actually committed this crime, you know, like saying weird shit just so it gets all weird when you're in court. Like, yeah. Then he broke into my house, and when I saw him in my living room, he said, the judge is going to let him go because he's stupid and I'm crazy. You know, they'll be like, why would he say that? That makes no sense. You know, he wasn't making fun of the judge when he broke into your house.
Okay, so you're going to bet...
So it just kind of messes up everyone's thought process.
So you're going to bet that Biden stole 16 million votes. Is that your bet?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really care to bet about it, but...
Oh, no. We're going to bet like $1,000, right?
No, the bet is that you have to admit that
you're brainwashed.
Exactly what it was, that you're brainwashed.
Wait, so at what point does Reactor have to admit something?
When do I have to admit that I'm brainwashed?
Yeah.
When Joe Biden starts world peace better than Trump did.
You know, it's too bad that it won't work because every time they throw out your stupid cases of election fraud, you're just going to say, "Oh, it's corrupt judges," right? But why? Don't you believe in law and order? Don't you think in innocent until proven guilty? Why?
Hey, so this is my theory. I don't actually know what the fuck Trump is doing. I do know he didn't walk out of the White House without some sort of plan that he didn't just walk out of the White House and give it to Biden.
Like he's
that's
got
for sure.
Up his sleeve. He's got one last.
But what I think happened is because I heard that there was no evidence whenever he went to court. Right? He kept going to court, and they were like, "No evidence? Get the fuck out of here!" And I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" There is evidence. I have like hundreds of megabytes of videos.
It's all fake.
Okay, yeah.
They don't have the balls to present this evidence because it's fake.
Yeah. Maybe
it's not
Trump
real.
Maybe Trump purposely wasn't showing the evidence because he didn't want to just prove
that
he rigged the
how
election.
Convenient! Wow,
Yeah,
yes, he's playing 4D chess. He's eating his own shit. He's so efficient.
If you just shut up for a second, man. So look, then the Supreme Court case for Trump, he never actually got to have it. You know why? Because they wouldn't agree to fast track it. On the 11th of January, he wanted to, or like late December, early January, he was like, come on, let's fast track this case. And the Supreme Court was like, no, we're not hearing it until January 22nd. And everyone was like, oh, that's bullshit, those traitors. That's after the inauguration. But think about this. What happens if the case is on the 22nd, after Joe Biden took the oath and swore in? And what happens if Donald Trump shows his evidence this time? All of the evidence. All of the NSA spying shit that he was allowed to do on them while he was the president. What happens?
He's going to show the evidence, and the evidence is just like a million IOUs. That's what the evidence is. It's just going to be papers that says evidence on them. That's what he's going to show. And
thousands of sworn affidavits, all of the evidence that I have saved on my computer. You think
on your
Trump isn't going to show it to him?
You've got it personally. Oh my God, are you Trump's highest advisor?
Well, I mean, what is a sworn affidavit other than I swear I'm telling the truth? That is not evidence either.
Swearing.
That's not evidence.
It is kind of risky because with the sworn affidavits, if that was all the evidence he had, because it's like, well, yeah, obviously
that's
people
the first
don't
thing
want
you
Biden
could
to be president, and they're willing to lie. 1,000 people out of 200 million? Yeah, 1,000 people will lie on an affidavit. saying that the president.
Yeah, a lot of
cheated.
the people who did the Trump affidavits admitted later that they were lying.
Yeah, everything about Trump, it's all lies. It's a castle of lies.
Everything you know is
every
has been
word
told to
Trump
you
has said
by
is a
billionaire
lie.
corporations.
Look, Trump has never
Why do you
spoken the
trust
truth
billionaires
before.
so much?
Look, why don't you just open your eyes? He says we're going to make America great again. America is worse than it's ever been. He says the coronavirus is a hoax. America has the most coronavirus deaths in the world. He says the stock market's going to go up. It's in the toilet. What, is he ever going to tell the truth about anything? Will you ever stop believing him?
Your view of what is true is warped.
Stock market's doing pretty well.
Because the wealthy people
now that the Trump's
are warping
gone.
it. Imagine you're a Rockefeller, right? You're one of the wealthiest people in the world, right? And you walk into a school and murder a bunch of kids. Do you think the world's going to find out about that, or do you think someone's going to be framed?
Reactor, here's my thing. I think your issue, Reactor, is that you like to conflate two completely different ideas as if they're the same bubble.
Like what?
Because I don't think anybody would disagree with you that like the wealthy, elite, rich people are the real villains in the world. I agree with you completely and all that shit. It's just when you try to tie it into and therefore the election was rigged and
no, that's not why I'm saying the
Biden
election is rigged.
pedo.
I've thought that the elites were evil. We're not evil. I thought they were just corrupt, like assholes who were taking advantage of us. But when I saw the actual election in real time and saw exactly what they were doing, I have a video of them running ballots in a machine over and over again.
Yeah, but that is so unrelated to the fact that if a Rockefeller killed a classroom full of kids, you wouldn't find out. It's such a completely different idea, and I don't know why you're comparing them.
No, it doesn't prove
my
anything.
Point,
you think he manually ran the ballot?
The wealthiest people in the world can do
60
anything they
million.
want. And then Florian will be like, that makes no sense. They wouldn't do that. You're crazy.
That's not what I'm saying. I know for sure Trump is the wealthiest people in the world.
Elections.
He's done. Trump is especially this thing you're talking about. He's wiping his ass with the Constitution. Okay.
No. The bad actors in the world
like
want
Trump.
you to think the good actors are the bad guys.
This is what you're doing right now. Yeah, I get it. Damn. Yeah. Biden must be the real bad guy. Now I'm getting it. Oh my God. I'm breaking through the conditioning.
Oh, good.
I'm high right now.
I mean, can we move on to something that's a little more concrete of a topic? Like when you guys all three of you owe me $100 after this election.
No,
so
I don't owe
wondering
you
when
shit.
I'll get paid.
I already paid you.
My bet was.
Yeah, Florian already paid me. When are you guys going to pay
all
up?
right, break down all the bets that we made.
Yeah, I just want to be clear. My bet was that nobody would be elected on the 20th, and I was wrong.
Right. And Rusty bet that Trump would be inaugurated on the 20th. He was wrong. So I was correct with my Biden pick. So you both owe me $100 from that.
Rusty
That's bet number one.
Rusty bet me that Trump wouldn't win on the 20th. So I owe him $100.
Yeah. So I'm breaking even with all this.
And then after the insurrection at the Capitol, Florian bet me that. What did you bet me that I beat you on, Florian?
I said that there's a small chance that Trump might still take power. Okay. And I had you would have paid me 10,000, but I only had to pay you 100 if Biden
I took that
won.
bet.
Do you want to do that bet?
It's already too late.
It's too late. It's over.
No,
the inauguration happened.
10,000 for 100 on something like Biden being a pedophile. I'll pay you 100 right now.
Everyone knows
and then you
about
pay me 10,000
that.
when I'm right.
That's
I'm
some
sure
old
you.
news right
How
there,
sure,
isn't it?
How crazy do you think I am? Do you think I'm really crazy? Or
I think Reactor, I don't think you're crazy. I think some of the things that you accept as source materials can be crazy and that you might not be using your smartest brain when you read some of these things. So my question would be, if we're doing the Biden is a pedo bet, what does evidence look like? Because if it's something that you found on 4chan, I don't think I'm going to accept that for my $10,000 bet. What is real evidence?
Videos of Joe Biden torturing children in a group.
You're gonna find that.
If that exists, you would never see it.
Why would you never see it?
Oh man!
So that's the bet you want to make, is that a video like that will come out?
By
when?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
But I know Trump
it's
had
just gonna
access
be
to everything.
It's just gonna be some blurry ass video where you can't see anything, and he's gonna claim, "Oh, I can tell it's Biden. Look at it."
No, see,
oh.
what you're confusing. You're confusing. The media is gonna say, "Oh, these aren't real. They're all deep faked, and don't pay any attention to them." And you're gonna be like, "Yeah, they said it's not real. They're all deep faked, and I shouldn't pay any attention to them."
Yeah, so it's
But what
just
if
gonna
that's
be
correct?
some blurry shit. That's it. I get it. Yeah.
What if it is fake? Do you want the media to believe it?
Yeah, I don't know how they're. I mean, with deepfakes out, I don't know how they're gonna prove it's all real. But
Yeah, man.
I don't know either.
You're gonna prove everything with your conspiracies, man. You just gotta wait for those deepfakes to grow in. Oh man.
conspiracies are real. You understand that? You know, there's a whole list of
I
real
really
conspiracies
hate that whole idea where
like
it's
Bay of
like, if
Pigs,
you say
like, what the fuck?
conspiracy, people just assume that that's crazy bullshit.
Well,
It's not
yeah.
real. Conspiracies
Well, you
happen all the time.
You just
you
gotta
are
look.
conditioned.
It's so simple. Like if they mention child blood and adrenochrome, they're insane. It's simple. Like who's gonna drink blood? You think blood tastes good? Use your head.
So like basically, if you dress up in a gorilla costume, a gorilla clown costume, and break into people's houses and kill their children, and then
Really?
We've
be
been
like,
over this.
"It
Can
was-
we
my
finish
God.
the
It was a
bet
gorilla
segment,
clown."
please?
No, dude. Biden's gonna wear a gorilla costume. That's how he's
No,
gonna make
my point
it.
is- my
oh
point
my
is-
we
god!
already,
Just 'cause it's
we,
absurd
we
doesn't
already
mean it's not
talked
real.
about this. I just want to know when you guys are paying me.
Hold
I
on,
don't fucking know, man.
real quick. Elizabeth Bathory, the case of Elizabeth Bathory inspired numerous stories during the 18th, 19th century. The most common motif was these works, that the countess bathed in her victim's blood to retain beauty and youth.
Yep.
I mean, people
wealthy-
do crazy shit like this.
You
not
know what
because
happens-
it's sane, but because
you know what-
they're.
Do you know what happens when you go on dialysis with an 18-year-old and you're 90 years old?
I
It's
have no
dialysis.
Like if you have an 18-year-old's blood running like connected to your veins and you're putting their blood into your body, do you think you'll feel younger?
I mean, you have a chance of getting AIDS. I wouldn't risk it.
You don't think you'll feel younger? They actually do this. They hire 18-year-old men, the CEO of Google will pay an 18-year-old guy to eat perfectly healthy and exercise all day, and then he gets his blood.
How
This
does
is a
that
real
work
thing.
on like an actual cellular level?
I don't know, but the youthful blood makes them healthier.
Yeah, especially if you
I would have
torture
to
them,
look into that.
apparently, huh? Damn. That's when they get the adrenochrome.
Yeah.
Monkey, right now I'm about to hit continue to send you through PayPal $100.
Oh shit! Finally, somebody pays up around here. Hey,
so-
Florian.
I
am
already-
Yeah,
done.
and I'll pay you in a couple days because I have to pay a bunch of other bets first.
How much did you lose on this election? I want to know.
Like 60,000 so far.
Yeah, over here.
But it's gonna
You know
turn
how
around.
much I'm gonna make from this election? I'm gonna make the 1,400 that Joe Biden sends me. I got 300 from you three idiots, and then Eggy said he might give me 100 too. So I'm fucking rich.
Eggy might give you 100.
Rich.
Like what?
He
generosity?
wanted to, but he wanted to because he bet me also, but I felt bad for him and said he didn't have to.
I don't remember.
I'm
the
not
math.
gonna
What was
ask
that,
him
like
for it,
$2,000?
but I could have that money.
Shit. Well, I mean, Reactor, I really don't blame you for fighting so hard to make your case, because it sounds like you're out quite a bit of money.
I didn't really lose money.
Just got everything
Well,
writing on it.
you lost $100 to me.
You're not gonna pay,
And
huh?
to me.
Yeah, $100 though. That's not like.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, I'm trying to relate to our listeners. Realistically, $100, we don't give a fuck.
It's like
I might be the only poor person on this podcast.
I lost half a paycheck from bets. It's not a big deal.
Oh shit! I didn't know you had a job.
Yeah.
I mean, according to Discord, you're playing Civilization 4 all day, every day.
actually-
So I don't
No, I
know
just
who's
have it
paying
open.
you.
I open up video games and just leave them open because I don't close any programs because my computer has like 128 gigs of RAM, so I don't need to.
Is that a real
okay.
game? It says colonization edition.
Have you heard of have you heard of it?
Is
Colonization?
there really a colonization edition?
Yes. Have you played Colonization?
Yeah, I just didn't know that there was such an
Dude, it's
an
best game in the
edition.
world.
That's,
And it's
pretty
not
good.
new, but they did update it because the original one was DOS. But in like 2008, they made like a Windows mod out of Civilization to be a colonization mod. You know what I mean? That makes sense?
Wait, you're playing the original one, the first one? Damn.
No, I'm not playing the DOS version. I'm playing like the
Yeah, but the same version.
The remake that they made.
Oh wow!
It's a modified civilization game to remake colonization, and it's a really good game. I love this game.
What
I've
do
been playing
you
it since I was a
think
kid.
the next the state of the country will be like?
Wow, Rusty does not give a shit about video games.
I really don't.
Uh-oh. You see
That's like after the show talk.
You know, the weird thing is that they usually try to get away from like portraying colonization as a cool thing in video games, especially in like civilization. now all the civilizations they usually declare war on you if you try to colonize and shit. But so they really made that addition with that name. That's pretty crazy.
Why would colonization be bad?
Yeah, I don't know, man. what could go wrong?
Oppression would be bad. That's different though.
Yeah.
If we colonize
Rusty's
the
right.
moon,
We should stop talking about this.
if we colonize the moon, what's the problem?
Yeah,
Because there's not people living on the moon.
Wait, so you can colonize something without committing genocide?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just usually they go hand in hand.
Dude, in civilizations,
No, actually, I feel like
True colonization
The best
hasn't
example
been
you had
tried.
was the moon.
yeah, for real, true colonization.
There's
hasn't been
nobody
tried.
on the moon.
True colonization hasn't been tried.
Yeah, basically, when they came to America, it was already colonized, and then they said we're colonizing.
Yeah,
it.
and they said we're gonna recolonize it.
Because they hadn't been there before. To them, it was colonizing, but it was already colonized.
Bunch of fucking
Yeah.
Indians over here. What are they doing in this country?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
they were
let's
all
colonize
they were all,
them.
they needed management. They were all
Hey, to be
disorganized.
fair, they put Sacagawea on the $1 coin, so I think it's a fair deal in history.
Yeah, they got something. We got something.
Hey, what do you think about So she's on the $1 coin. Do you think it's an insult to Lincoln to be on the penny?
No, because he's also on the 5.
Yeah, but do you think
He gets 2 of them. Who else has 2?
I was thinking about it, and,
Washington?
a penny is a low value, but there are so many more of them that Lincoln's
It's
face
the
would be
most
seen
common
way
thing.
more. It's more of an honor, or it's more of a big deal to be on the penny than a nickel.
But a penny is like actually worth less than like having it carried around, less than the material to make it. Really, it's just a sore in everyone's face. I don't know. I wouldn't want to have my face on that, I guess.
Yeah, why do they still make pennies? Because doesn't it cost more than a penny to make a penny, or is that just some bullshit that I heard?
That's
It's
true
because
for
the gold
sure.
standard used to be like aligned with it, but now that we are on fiat, it makes no sense to make. I mean, that's why they changed the metal they use. It's now zinc instead of copper.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's so weird. I'm checking my PayPal, and it does not say Rusty sent me any money.
really?
I don't know.
Fake. Oh no.
Oh,
Something
sorry.
weird going on.
I didn't hit the final confirmation.
Oh, there it is.
Okay,
He
there
says,
you go.
I lost the bet. How
Yeah,
cute.
Yeah. So you have my $100. I'll just wait for reactors. And I mean, but really, like, that was one of the things you opened the show with, talking about what the country will be like going forward under this Biden administration.
That's
We're
right.
not going to
That's
have a Biden
right.
administration very long, but
Oh,
while
wow.
he is in power,
Few
like right
weeks.
now, if that. But right now,
Well, let's
he
go
is
back
signing
to-
some crazy ass shit.
Let's go back to my conspiracy theory that I think is the closest to being true. If they really are trying to get Kamala as president ASAP, would it make more sense for them to, Biden to have some sort of accident or poisoning? Would that make more sense early on, or do they wait
Like,
2 years
maybe
so
a
that they
false
can get
flag
Kamala
assassination?
in the second half and then 2 more times, 10 years of Kamala?
Is that how that works? So if you take over
12?
from a president and
No,
you
I don't
finish
think
out
so.
their last 2 years, you don't
You
get-
can run
No.
2 more times.
Well, there's
Wasn't it
actually
Johnson?
nothing saying you can run as many times as you want. There's no law saying that you
No,
can
no,
only do
it's
There is.
been
Well-
done before. You can be
What?
president for 10 years legally.
No, you can.
Surely there's a law, right?
According to the
Well, I mean,
Constitution,
Roosevelt.
you can.
Roosevelt was on his 4th term.
The Constitution
Isn't
says
that
there is
af-
no term
Isn't
limit.
that before?
I don't know. Let me look this up.
Well, anyways,
Who was,
can
was
you
Johnson
just, Can you
Lincoln's
just do it
vice
forever
president?
by being a vice president forever?
Being
Yeah,
the vice
but it's
president
frowned
forever.
upon.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. In the United
Wait,
States,
wait,
the president of the
like-
United States is elected. Okay. To a 4-year term with term limits of 2 terms. Okay, so I guess there is something now. Yeah.
You can only have 2 full terms, but if the first one is like half a term, you can be in there for 10
Hey,
years.
that's not part of the Constitution, though.
I mean, I'm just telling you the facts of the laws of the land. I don't care where you're reading it.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Yeah, the Second Amendment to the Constitution. So
Like,
they just
what
fixed it.
would have happened if the United States was taken over, but they didn't tell us we were taken over, and they simply changed the laws without us knowing?
I agree that that's exactly how it's going to happen. It's not going to be like.
What if it
troops
happened
on
in
the ground.
1871?
You're just going to be manipulating the country and slowly turning it into what you want it to be. Is that a takeover, or is that just the country change?
Hey,
are you
what if
believing
it happened
in it now
in 1871?
No, well, this is what happened to Rome. I mean, Rome didn't just get, invaded by one thing and then lost. It split into two regions, and then it slowly dissolved into a bunch of smaller things.
Well, Rome literally did get invaded, though.
Well, yeah, I know it got invaded by a lot of people, but it wasn't one singular event like how China going to war with China and China wins, and now we're China.
America is the easiest country to take over. All you have to do is show up owning the media and have the media tell everyone what a great guy you are. And then, bam, you become president. I mean, if you also rig the voting machines. It's that easy.
That didn't
I mean, the
seem
media
easy.
tried pretty hard to stop Trump, and he still won. So how strong is the media in 2016?
That's true.
Trump didn't have the media. The
that's
machine
literally
had
what
the
I
media.
just said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the machine had the media. So if you notice, you can see the
So
machine
how did he
getting
win
pissed
if the
off.
media is so powerful?
How did he win? That's the question. Maybe the military helped him.
What do you mean, maybe?
Trump?
Now you're just making shit up.
Yeah, maybe the military helped Trump.
Wow. Yeah.
Maybe the
In
military was like,
2016?
maybe the military was like, wait, Obama's real name isn't Obama? Why did he seal those documents on the
God.
first day in office?
Do we have anything real to talk about? Because even I'm getting bored.
Talking about I don't. Right. So okay.
Hey,
What
how about
is the
this?
country
Did you
gonna
know?
be like in this next administration?
Here's what it's going to be like. We're going to get probably a lot of free money for the rest of COVID. We're going to get free
Lots of
vaccines.
lockdowns, free lockdown.
Weed is going to be legal on a federal level pretty soon. The next
wasn't
2
that-
years with the Democrats controlling, the Senate and the House and the White House, I think they might fucking fast track and actually pass some of the cool shit that we've been waiting for like 10 years.
Oh,
I bet.
like making it illegal to misgender someone.
Yeah.
I don't even give a shit about that. I mean, like stuff
gendered
that actually
pronouns.
matters. Like, I can go down to the store and buy drugs and I won't be arrested for this shit. That's less dangerous than alcohol. Okay, great.
Hello,
That's a
Zier.
nice change.
Hello, Zier. Can you sell me
So
some
they
crack
make- so-
cocaine and free weed?
So these wealthy groups make these laws saying you're not allowed to do drugs. And then when they say, okay, we'll let you do one of the drugs, you're like, oh my God, thank you so much. You're great. We love you. Oh my God. The people of the people. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and now there's
what
like a
the
huge
fuck?
industry,
What's
but
wrong
that
with
is
them
funny.
doing something good?
No, they
what are you
just-
Because all
talking
they're
about?
doing is undoing their
The
bad.
morals of legalizing drugs doesn't even make sense if you're only legalizing one at a time. Then it's like, well, then shouldn't they instantly all be legal?
All of them? Does that
Man,
make
you guys
sense?
can have all your slippery slopes and your extremes. I'm glad to have one minor good step in the right direction. Let me have one fucking thing without you guys.
You're getting pimped.
It's a good thing, but it's actually not as good as it could be,
Monkey,
guys.
you sound like a hoe, like a straight up hoe.
I sound like somebody who's about to see my country
No,
go like
here's
in
what's
the
happening.
slightly correct direction
let me
a little
explain
bit
this.
on some things.
This is what you do. You're going up to the pimp and you're saying, "Can I get my cut of the money?" And the pimp's saying to you, "Well, what do you need money for?" "Well, so I can buy a dress." And pimp goes, "I'll just buy you the dress." So you're not getting the money. You're just
In
getting
what
what they give
world?
you.
In what world is this administration a pimp compared to what we were just in? What? So
What?
instead of getting nothing, I'm getting something, and
It's
that's
not the
the same as me
administration-
getting
hey.
less. What are you fucking talking about?
Well, you got a
Hey,
stimulus
the
check at the
administration
end of
had
Trump's
yeah,
term.
and Trump was demanding.
$600. They're gonna
Trump-
double that in a
No,
week.
okay, look,
And they
Trump was
legalized
demanding
weed
we
in,
get 2,000.
most states.
Not
Trump
in
was
my
demanding we
state.
get $2,000.
You're in the wrong state. What are you saying, Reactor?
Trump was demanding we get $2,000, and
Yeah.
And we
Congress
didn't get
was
it
run
from
by a
him.
bunch
Who
of-
cares?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it from the new guy.
No, do you not understand that what happened is Congress was starving you, and now that Biden's in, they're going to allow you to have money?
That's not. It has nothing to do with anything at all.
Yeah, no, but that's what's
No,
happening.
I think that's a good point. I mean, essentially,
yeah.
they've been fighting this whole thing, and now the second they got the right guy in, they're saying, all right, now we can give out.
Trump
the
even
big
said.
checks.
Trump even
Yeah,
said.
because
make the
now
bill,
the Democrats, one party, control all three parts. There's no more fighting and bickering. They can just do whatever they want.
Trump-
That's why I'm
Trump-
saying the next 2 years, things will actually happen.
Dude, that's
Oh,
dangerous.
That was my
I don't-
point.
Things
I
will
don't think
get
that's
better
good.
from here.
Oh yeah,
I don't care
we
what
don't
if you
want
think
things
it's
to
good.
happen.
I'm just saying, objectively, things are going to happen. We're going to get new laws passed. It's going to happen.
They're going to make you
Yeah.
happy by giving you free stuff, while at the same time,
Weed is not free. I'm going to be spending a lot of money on that legal weed. What
They
I'm
are-
paying,
Hey,
it's
look,
my
dude.
freedom that I want.
So-
I'm getting
look,
freedom
these
from the
people-
Democratic
You're not
Party,
gonna get
believe
that.
it or not.
They're going to take
These-
that shit away from
these
you. so
people-
quick.
They will try to
What, the
arrest me
weed?
for smoking weed,
No,
okay? That's
your
the whole
freedom.
point. I'm getting more freedom in life.
these people are very big on following rituals to the T, right?
Has nothing to do with me having a better life, more freedoms, more money.
All right,
You
fine.
won't-
Nothing you're
you are
saying
not
has
going to
anything
have
to do with
a
Mumkey,
it.
better
you're going
life.
to get your stimulus check and you're going to get your weed and then you'll be
And you're going to get your
happy,
lockdown.
and it doesn't matter
And you're going to
what
get your
else
misery.
happens.
You're going to get your
Man.
torment.
Man,
So what are all the terrible bad things that are going to happen to everybody else since I
so-
get my money and
so-
my weed?
can't wait to
These
hear
people
this.
follow rituals, right?
Compelled speech laws.
Like, why did Lady Gaga dress up like the Hunger Games lady?
Oh yeah, that's
Did you see
the
that?
real issue right there.
That was pretty fucking... that
Why
was
did
in
she?
poor
She did that on
taste.
purpose. She's mocking
Reactor,
you.
tell me 3 laws that the Congress is going to pass that will make our lives worse. If you can't, you fucking lose. Because I just named 3 good things. Name 3 bad things that are not fucking Lady Gaga.
Bad thing? How about the whole fake COVID bullshit that they're gonna enforce even harder?
Wait, you don't
So
believe
me
in
getting
COVID?
a COVID vaccine, you're going to shift that to being
Dude,
a bad
there are
thing.
a bunch of wealthy people who are fucking swindling the world by making a fake disease and selling the vaccine. How
A
fucking
fake
stupid are people?
disease?
Yes. How stupid do you have to be to not at least research it?
Okay, that counts as negative points. Give me 3 more.
I mean, like what? How the world's going to be worse?
Something
Okay, we're gonna
specifically
find-
that the
Yes.
Democrats controlling the government will
Yes.
do. And you
It will
can't
make it
use
so
the
that the
COVID
USA
vaccine because Trump was about to give it to you.
It will-
Trump said that
okay.
he's the one who fucking made it. So give me 3 different things.
Okay, one of the other terrible things that's going to happen is it's going to come out that our president is a satanic pedophile.
Okay, now I want you to tell me the
This is
3
so
laws
vague.
that will be passed that will ruin my life.
I don't have to tell you any. I bet I could grab 100 that were
Because you can't. You literally can't.
because I can't tell what he's planning. I don't know what fucking laws he's planning on doing, but he
Look
did
at all.
just.
He
Okay,
has a
here,
whole
how about this?
website
How about this?
listing off all
How
the
about
shit
this?
he wants
He
to
canceled
do.
women.
Go read them and tell me
Okay,
what's
look, look,
bad.
Dude,
He
Obama
did-
had the same shit, and he didn't do
Look.
half like the biggest ones on
Yeah,
there. And
what the fuck?
instead, he strengthened the NSA, and they're spying on the American people. He did a
Yeah,
lot
he had
of
Britain
fucking
spying
weird
on American
bullshit.
people. He murdered 90% of his Tomahawk missiles, killed innocent people. What
Yeah,
the
and
fuck?
then whenever the person
He's
is,
literally a
Trump
cartel.
did
out
more
there.
missiles. Trump did
Yeah,
more
Trump,
drones.
Trump had more drone missiles and Obama deported
because he
more
was destroying
people.
Obama's
in half the
terrorist
time.
organization.
It's not really Trump or Obama. It's just under their administration. But that shit's always going to go up. I bet like drone.
Trump was
missiles
destroying
gonna
ISIS,
continue to
so he
go
was
up.
blowing people up, but he wasn't blowing up innocent people. I think he might have accidentally blown up innocent people. I don't know.
So
exactly.
just to end this segment, you cannot name 3 laws that they're thinking about passing that you think will ruin my life, but I'm still stupid for being
I
happy
can't
about
name
the good ones
I can't
that
name
will
any
happen.
laws that they're thinking of planning or passing because Biden hasn't told anyone his plans.
See, you're just insane if you think that's true. He has so many plans listed out in graphic detail. You just don't look at
Dude,
them.
No, I just know that.
I'm sorry they didn't
look,
post
look,
it on
he
fucking
said-
QAnon,
Dude,
a Facebook page,
fine.
but they exist.
Look. Okay, one of the things he's going to do is he's not going to end fracking because that's literally one of his campaign promises.
Well,
Do you-
Trump
I don't
isn't
give a
gonna
shit.
do that.
I
Do you know
literally
what
don't
else-
give a shit about fracking.
Do you know what else
I want
his
to know
campaign
my
promises
personal
are?
life being affected.
Mumkey, that's not a really fair
Hey,
request
wait.
to have
So,
Reactor
look.
name things that only you
It is
care
when
not
about.
letting
you
me
guys
talk,
are
dude.
shitting on me for naming things that specifically
stop,
affect
stop.
me, but
Two
you can't
things.
name a single
I can name-
negative
I
thing
can
that'll
name-
happen.
I can name 2 campaign promises from Biden that will be negative for the country. One is he promised he wasn't going to end fracking. The other one is he promised he wasn't going to. He promised he was going to end fracking, and he promised he wasn't going to end fracking. That's going to be a problem.
No,
because he's not gonna
that's-
do both.
That's a nothing burger. You got
Yeah, that's
nothing.
that means nothing
No, but my
to
point
me.
is, all of his campaign promises are lies. Everything he says is a lie. Dude's fucking
that's
evil.
one thing.
How do I know what
How
he's
are they
doing?
all lies if he just spent the first 24 hours signing so many
Did you see
executive
what he
orders
signed?
that he promised he would do that and then he did it? Where's the lie?
He never promised those. What are you talking about?
You're insane.
No,
You're
you
insane. Do you listen to him when he speaks? He said these are the things I'm going to do. Day one, he did them. Where's the lie?
Was that before the election?
Yes.
We should compare all of the things he signed compared to what he said he was going to do.
Go for it,
You'll be
dude.
surprised
How
because
many are
what's
there?
really
Is this
happening.
gonna be really, really
What's really
long?
happening is they're refreshing your memory in a new way for you.
Oh my god, refreshing it. You really think
If the best you
he's-
can do is say I'm brainwashed, man, you really need to like actually have some evidence and things you can show instead of just saying, "No, you're brainwashed, man. I gotcha."
No,
Can't
I
argue
can't
against that.
No, your argument is that I should tell you things he's going to do in the future. I don't
Yeah,
fucking
you
know
should
what he's
give
gonna
me
do.
facts and evidence.
Well, you're the one who
The
said
things
he's
that I
gonna
gave
do
you.
things.
Dude. If
If you
if
have
John
no
Wayne-
evidence that he's going
No.
to do something bad, then you should not be upset.
if John Wayne
it's
Gacy
just
was
a
my neighbor
conspiracy
my
in your
whole
own
life,
brain.
if John Wayne Gacy was my neighbor my whole life and I knew things but I couldn't prove it about him and he became president, I'm not crazy for saying I don't know what the fuck he's going to do, but it's not going to be good.
So Joe Biden was your neighbor and you knew he was John Wayne Gacy the whole time?
No, I'm just saying I know that he is literally evil. People don't think that evil exists. And technically it doesn't, but there are people who strive to make it exist.
Okay.
This
And
is
he's one of 'em.
Really wild, man.
Yeah, I
like this
know,
whole
right?
episode is fucking crazy. I'm not sure if the listeners are going to be able to even follow what's going on.
Well, you're
Oh,
gonna
I mean,
follow.
stop arguing with me and just listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying there's evil. That's it.
I mean, Reactor, 3 months ago, you argued with me in the very same way, saying Trump will win the election in a landslide.
Yes,
We
'cause I
made a
didn't
bet and you
understand.
lost. Why are you so confident now when, like, the whole podcast is about how you're wrong?
Because I believe that evil will fail.
That is
what-
a very
what-
optimistic
If
view.
that's
that
what
Yes,
you
I know.
believe, you're completely
I
wrong.
am being
That's not
optimistic.
going to happen.
It's really dumb too. Like, what the fuck? You think Biden? He's the evil one. What's he ever done? He's so fucking non-offensive. How can you? What the hell's wrong with
All
you?
right. Tell me
Well, I mean,
how
he,
great.
he
tell-
worked
wait,
alongside
Florian.
gangsters in the
Wait.
70s.
Wait, no.
In the
Florian,
70s, holy
praise,
shit!
Praise Biden right now. Tell me how much you love him and how great he is right now.
He
Do a
signed a
segment.
lot of like racist bills and shit like that. The anti-segregation.
Yeah, everyone
right.
did at
No,
the
no.
time. So what?
Everyone did.
Well,
everyone
that's
did.
a
No, they
bad
didn't.
person. Just because everyone's doing something doesn't mean
Everyone
it's
didn't
good.
do something.
Well, I mean,
Donald Trump
you
wasn't
wouldn't
doing
have
it.
success if you don't go along with some of the bad stuff at the time. You would just be like a pariah in whatever
Does
in the
success
Senate.
make you a good person?
Oh, okay. Are you talking about
You
Trump?
do a bunch of bad shit to be
I
successful.
mean, you're not
You're
gonna-
a bad person.
I mean, if you're not going to have success at being in the government, then you're not going to change anything. So you're going to have to do some of the bad stuff at the
Biden
time
actually
if you're
has a
going to
video
have.
where he says he was for sale. He was like, I tried.
Oh, how
I
old
tried
is that one,
prostituting
huh?
myself. What?
Is it really grainy too? Is that one real good evidence? Is he wearing a gorilla
Yeah,
suit?
yeah. It was around the start of his career.
At the start of the are you serious?
At the start of Biden's career, he said he would prostitute himself and take money for.
You
anything.
weren't even born yet, and you fucking telling me, oh, wow, he did something 1,000,000 years ago. What a criminal. What pure
Dude,
evil.
The sitting president of the
Incapable
United
of
States
change.
literally said he was corrupt as a joke, and said he would take money from anyone.
Oh, a
And you said
joke?
that was a long time
Are
ago.
you the joke
He's
police?
a good person
Is this
now.
it? Are you afraid how they're going to take away our freedoms to joke, huh? Are you letting him
No, I
have
mean,
the
hey,
freedom?
we should calm this down. We're at about an hour. I think if we can just summarize some of these idea trains that we have going on here. Reactor thinks Joe Biden is going to do terrible things that will personally affect all of us in this country because Biden is evil. And he knows Biden is evil because 55 years ago, Biden said he's for sale when he was 27.
Yeah, but
That's-
also because he
is that
rapes
where
kids
we
and
are?
he worships Satan.
That's why he's evil?
Yeah, no, he's evil because he's evil.
Okay.
Circular
that's a
logic.
good
Great
summary.
job.
Wait. So Florian, tell me how great Joe Biden is, and tell me.
No, nobody on this podcast should just say how great Joe Biden is. Joe Biden fucking sucks. I don't like him either, but I'm not
tell me
going
how
to
much-
give into
tell me how much
conspiracy
worse Trump
nonsense
is
just
than
because
Biden.
he's president or because he's not.
Well, what I'm saying is that Joe Biden is like the least offensive character. He's like so electable. There's like nothing you could complain about
And
here.
that doesn't strike you as odd?
Oh, that's odd now. Oh my God, he's too pure. He's too
Hey,
fine.
wait, hold on. I'm gonna blow your mind right now. Did you know that con artists exist? And there are some really good ones in the world? Did
Yeah,
you know
like
that?
Trump. Did you know that?
Oh, okay, like
You're
Trump.
sucking his dick right now. It's happening,
No,
man.
Lauren, it kind of sounds like you're sucking Biden's dick a little
Yeah.
bit. Like
I
you
said
have the
he's
same
not
affinity for him.
offensive. He's
not offensive.
He's not going to do anything.
Okay,
Yeah,
how is Trump
can we
offensive?
not all agree that Biden's completely fucking boring?
Wait, can I
Who's
say this
offended
Yeah,
about
by
he
Biden?
him?
should be.
His middle name is pretty gay.
What is it?
It
Robinette.
definitely is.
Huh?
Robinette.
Nice.
woman.
Robinette?
Yeah.
You know Trump's middle name?
Wait, Rusty, last
John
time we
James.
talked about middle names on this podcast, you gave me and Reactor a real hard time.
what was I saying?
Like
remember.
there was the episode with just me and Reactor, and we were like comparing our middle names, and you commented, "Oh wow, comparing middle names, podcast of the year, guys, so fucking funny."
I wasn't trying to turn
and then
this
now
into
you're
a
pulling
20-minute
this shit.
segment. I was just throwing it out there. It's a little gay, but yeah.
I mean,
sorry.
it was. I think we talked about it less in that podcast than we have on this one so far.
All right. Well, that's my summary.
Okay. Florian, do you want to plug anything before we go?
Yeah, subscribe to Game Squid on YouTube, everyone. There's going to be a great new animation. Hopefully Reactor and Rusty and Mumkey are all going to be in it, right? Surely you
hell
didn't... You're not going to... Can I write your lines? Are you going to agree to what I'm going to make you say?
I'll read whatever you
I'll play.
put in
I'll
front
play
of me.
Biden if you
Hell
let me,
yeah.
if you give him some lines that say he's a satanic pedophile.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could probably put that in there somewhere, yeah.
Just have Reactor
I'm kidding.
play like a
Don't change
crazy
it for me.
conspiracy theorist and have him just
Oh,
just
yeah.
take the audio from this
Hell yeah.
podcast.
Do it.
I mean,
for
yeah,
real,
if
for
he's
real,
not going
if
to
you
do
want.
the voice acting, I can definitely do that, yeah.
Yeah, whatever you need, man.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Well. What is this? We'll figure it out. Anyways,
Yeah.
thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, Florian, for coming on the show.
Hell
Baron,
yeah.
I guess we're gonna have you on eventually. Don't
And
worry about
thank you guys for the money. Well, I mean, Reactor, I'll thank you one day, hopefully.
Yeah.
But Rusty,
Sooner or later.
Florian,
Eventually.
thank you so much.
Of course,
money.
Of course, I lost fair and square.
I'm fine. I mean, I did not want to spend $60 to play Call of Duty online for a year, but now I think I might make that purchase. I don't know. If you want to find me, I'll be on Modern Warfare.
Is that the new one?
It came out last year, I think, or 2 years ago.
Goodbye.
Later.
Bye.